The theory that all matter is made up of very tiny indivisible particles or atoms is called atomic theory of matter. Dalton put forward his atomic theory of matter in 1808. The main postulates of his theories are as follows. First, all the matter is made up of very small particles called atoms. As earlier also we have studied that when we start dividing the particles of matter as smaller as possible, then at final stage when it is not possible to further divide it is called as atom. The name atom was proposed by John Dalton. Second postulate says atoms cannot be divided. It means that after getting the atom, we cannot divide further the smallest particle, or we cannot get any further smaller particle of matter. Third property says atoms can neither be created, cannot be destroyed. Means atom of any matter cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. They can only transform from one phase to another phase, or from one state to another state. Fourth point says that atoms are of various kinds. Means as many of elements as we know, the atoms are also as those many of types. Means every atom of different element is different from each other. Fifth point says that all the atoms of same element are identical. Means they are having same mass, same size, and all other chemical properties. Similarly, sixth point says that atoms of different elements are different, means they have all the properties, physical or chemical, different from each other. Seventh point says that atoms of different elements join together by chemical processes and form molecules of compound. For example, carbon atoms and oxygen atoms combine together to form in different ratios like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and other compounds also. Eighth point says the number and kind of atoms in given compound are fixed. That means like in carbon monoxide compound, doesn't matter from which source we get the compound, the number of atoms in carbon monoxide will remain same, one atom of carbon, one atom of oxygen. Similarly, in the molecule of water, one atom of oxygen, two atoms of hydrogen, and they will form water molecule. Next point says that atoms of different elements combine together in the ratio of whole numbers and form the molecules. Like for example in H2O, that both the atoms have their numbers in whole numbers. The numbers of atoms cannot be in fraction to form any molecule. And last point says that atoms of same elements can combine in more than one ratio to form more than one compounds, like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide are formed by the elements of carbon and oxygen. In one type, they are formed in the ratio of 1:1 in carbon monoxide, and in carbon dioxide, they are in the ratio 1:2. In the pic illustrated below, you see the arrangement of particles in various states of matter like solid, liquid, and gas. In solids, the particles or atoms are very closely packed. In liquids, they have little bit of a space in between them, and in gases, they are very far from each other. Elements consist of atoms having fixed mass, and that of number and kinds of atoms in a given compound is given by the law of constant proportion by mass given by Proust. Dalton's atomic theory was the first modern attempt to describe the behavior of matter in terms of atoms. That means that atom is the smallest particle of matter, and how it behaves means how its physical properties and chemical properties are explained. And also his theory is used to explain the laws of chemical combinations that we are going to study in next part. Explanation of law of conservation of mass on the basis of Dalton's atomic theory. As he said, atoms can neither be created, cannot be destroyed. That shows that the number of atoms in the products and reactants should remain equal or same. Let's study this by an example. The example is of the decomposition reaction of calcium carbonate compound. In calcium carbonate compound, the number of atoms of calcium is 1, of carbon is 1, and oxygen is 3. When the decomposition takes place, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide are formed. In calcium oxide, the number of calcium atom is 1, of oxygen is also 1. And in carbon dioxide, the number of carbon is 1 and oxygen is 2. When we add, we get the number of calcium in product also 1, of carbon 1, and oxygen also 3. So that shows that this example shows that the number of atoms of calcium, carbon, and oxygen were remain same in the products also and in the earlier reactants also. So this proves that the law of conservation of mass, that after the chemical reaction the mass of the atoms remains same. Let us study the next proof of the law of constant proportion on the basis of Dalton's theory. As he said that in every compound, the number of elements, their number, kind, and the mass is in the fixed ratio. So it says that the proportion of the elements in every compound always remains same. Let's see and understand this with an example. In the example of water molecule, the number of atoms of hydrogen and oxygen are in ratio 2:1. So their masses also will remain in 2:1. Doesn't matter from which source the water is obtained, the formula remains same, the ratio of the number of atoms remains same, and so their masses ratio also will remain same. This proves the laws of constant proportion given by Proust. Pick mason is putting the bricks to make a wall one by one. So we can say that the whole wall is the combination of many bricks. Means if we break the wall, then the final the smallest piece which we'll get, which has some identity, is a brick. Similarly, in the matter also, if we break any matter, then what is the smallest particle which we get? That particle is called atom. So atom is considered as the building block of the matter. In chemistry, the definition of atom is: an atom is the smallest particle of an element that can take part in chemical reaction, because the elements make molecules of similar elements or compounds, and this is done only by any chemical reaction. So what is the smallest unit which take part in any chemical reaction? That is an atom of the particular element. Atoms of most of the elements are very reactive and do not exist in free state. For example, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, sodium, magnesium, calcium, means metals, non-metals. Every element has done some reaction and formed its own compound or molecules in the nature. There are 118 elements are known till date, and so the number of atoms or types of atom we can consider is equal to 118, which are known to mankind. Atoms are very small in size, so small that we cannot see them. It can be understood with the fact that 35 million copper atoms can be arranged in a line end to end, and it will form only a distance of approximately 1 centimeter. The size of an atom. The size of an atom is indicated by its radius, as the shape of the atom is considered to be sphere. So its size is considered in the terms of its radius, which is called atomic radius. Radius of an atom or atomic radius is measured in the unit nanometers. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 9 meters. The first element of the periodic table, that is hydrogen, is considered as the smallest atom of all. The atomic radius of hydrogen atom is 0.037 nanometer. So if we express the radius of hydrogen atom in meters, then it will be equal to 0.037 into 10 to the power minus 9 meters. So by this example, we can say the size of an atom is very very small, means which cannot be seen and cannot be imagined normally. So, by this we can say that atom is very small, that even by very powerful optical microscopes are not able to see the electron. To observe an electron, the very powerful electron microscopes are used. To observe an atom, the most advanced technique of this is used, which is known as scanning tunneling microscope, which enables us to see the atoms as blur images on the surface of metal surfaces. So it can, and it is computer generated images. So by this we can say that we can directly we cannot see the atoms, but indirectly we can see by this technique. This is the image of the scan. This pic shows the images of computer generated images of atoms on the surface of gallium arsenide, which is a compound, and this is taken by STM technique as mentioned earlier. So by this we can say that atoms are so small which cannot be seen by the naked eyes or by the other techniques, but indirectly we can observe them that how they look alike.